Welcome to another bonfire here on Fine Fire's YouTube. A little late night bonfire. I don't know how many people will be able to join. I know it's been a rainy day. We're like right in the heart of the week, Wednesday. But man, so much has gone down today. It's kind of unbelievable. Unbelievable, especially with the Jurassic World. It's just been too good. I've just been staring at photos of all those dinosaurs from Jurassic World. It's pretty crazy. What's up, Sheesh? We got Christian in the house. What's up, Jacob? Smash the like button. Thank you. Let me see. What's up, Juan Andrade? What's up, Palm Tree? How you doing? What's up, Palm Tree 150? Alexander in the house, fired up. What's up, Christina? Noah, what's up, Noah? Can't wait to hang out Saturday. What's up, handsome? What's up, Josh? What's up, Xavier? What's up, Lord Chive? Let's go. What's up, Theme Park Wizard? How you doing? Juan Andrade, Justin. What's up, Rick? I feel welcome already, my brother. Let's go. And that's adventure. Let's go. I love it. Mouse on Main Street. What's up? Peyton, how you doing? When you going to Sweetheart Night? Never. I have no plans. Sweetheart Night to me, like, I don't feel like I missed out on anything. I think the right move was just skip that event. That's how I feel about Star Wars Night too. Unless they announce like fireworks and lightsaber battle, I don't really care to go back to Star Wars Night. I'm good. What's up? Hello to the one and only Lorenzo Five Fire. Five Fire's a Lorenzo. I know Lorenzo's excited about Jurassic World. What's up, Robert? Gomes, what's up? Darla, what's up, Darla? Today's walk channel. Oh, man. I saw, I think it was your Instagram. What did you put on your Instagram? It was something like, I'm disappointed in you, Six Flags. What is it? Was it a post? It was something like, come on, Magic Mountain. Don't stop believing you could do better. No event schedule. Yeah, no events. We don't know what's coming to Six Flags, like officially. Like, we could assume. Let me see. What are we talking about tonight? You tell me. There's a Q&A. I feel like I could just talk an hour about Jurassic World, but I'm here to hang out with you guys. This is a bonfire. What's up, Jamie Lynn? I hope I can stay awake for the bonfire. Baby is teething. Not much sleep. I know the feeling. Your baby is already teething? Oh my God. Growing too fast. Our Max Rooney, he's still biting things. Even at 2 years old, 1 month, two and a month. What's up, Rebecca? Matthew, Dodger, Jen. Let's go. Who needs Sweetheart Night when you could just go to the regular park and eat some Plaza Inn chicken with your lover? Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I got Danny in here. Danny wants to join? What? Let me see. Hold on. I had no idea Danny was coming. But let me put him on here. Hold on. Where's Danny? Danny.
You told me to join. What are you talking about?
Did I? Oh my! I did. My mind's a blur today, man.
No,
Dude, are you kidding me? I'm always down to have Danny. Hold on, dude. We got a lot to talk about, Danny. Let me give myself a background. How are you, dude? How's your day today? Dealing with all the rain.
I was just doing some edits and running some errands. I had to go to the chiropractor, so nothing out of the ordinary.
Damn. Do you feel like the chiropractor's helping, or it's like hit or miss? How do you feel about that?
It always helps me, but it's just part of being tall. Like, you end up having like back problems and neck problems because everything's shorter than you.
um, how do you feel about the egg situation these days? Have you been struggling or you've been okay?
Dude, I've been getting eggs at Target because that's the only place I can find them, and they're like $12, and that's all I've got. So
Oh man, dude. I want to bring this up real quick. Let's just dive into this. I saw this post. It's from Theme Park Obsession. He put it on the Twitter. Let me go to.
oh yeah, I saw it on Fresh Baked as well too.
Yeah. I remember. I remember Theme Park Obsession mentioning that this could happen, and it finally happened. I remember he put it on Twitter
Yeah.
that this
Oh, by the
like
way, Noah's in
central
the
hub.
chat. Noah says Lorcana night soon. Mystery Bay just got all her Lorcana stuff, so that's more. It's gonna be sooner than you think. Sooner than you think.
Let me see. Noah, you want to join the live stream? Let's see if you. We'll bring Noah on here.
Bring Noah on here.
Yeah, Noah, you want? I don't know where he's at, but
So who originally said this was gonna happen? Was it David Fresh Baked or was it Dylan?
I originally heard this from Dylan. Like I remember the
Mm,
session was
okay.
like, there's gonna be some quick service added thing here. And I just remember people were like, well, what about the Buzz Lightyear cone? There's a Buzz Lightyear cone that everybody looks at in there. Or just the display in general that's in there. But this,
Yeah.
how do you feel? I feel like this is a wonderful move because it's always an S show ordering things anywhere at these cones. Like on a busy day, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, I feel like Disney's had to kind of adjust, right? Something that's happened more recently, and I don't even want to say this is exclusive to Disneyland because this is very much a thing at Disney World too. But like the majority of like people's reason for going to the parks is centers around food and snacks, and when they were building these things, it just wasn't truly the intention, right? For a lot of these things. We're seeing like the extra seating they had put in here for cone queso and all that kind of stuff. There just like wasn't any seating here. I mean, most of the time people were getting stuff, taking it over to Flo's V8 Cafe to sit down, or maybe a bench around the corner. But this was a good move, honestly. Like, it makes more sense. A lot of times too, Mondo, and I know we have both encountered this. You go to that cone and that poor cast member is there all by themselves, and
He
they have to like take your order, and you can tell they're stressed. They have to take your order, and they have to like put all their gloves off or on, and then like go make your food, and then come back and like do it all over again for the next guest. And it's like, this is so much better. So like the cast members that are working in the cone can just focus on like making your food, and they don't have to worry about taking your order. So
I've been there many times.
yeah, we both have.
Disneyland purposely understaffs those cones, and they have those cast members like literally taking the money, ringing you up, creating the food item or drink, whatever, all these different ingredients, then give it to you, and then do it all over again, doing like 30 of those an hour. Like it's horrible. I feel like those people always are struggling because it's just one person. It's usually just one person in there a lot of times. I feel like this takes off the struggle because now they just have to make the item instead of like deal with the customers. Just here you go. Here's your
Yeah.
treat. Get out of here.
It
Um,
makes mobile order much easier too now because you're just going to the window to pick up your food, right? You're not having to worry about like, are you in the right mobile order line? Like, it just got really crazy because those cones weren't meant to like have the kind of lines that they were drawing. And now that there's like, we're seeing all this change, Mondo, with like the seating being added for the food here. We're seeing potentially the Doctor Strange Sanctum going away, turning into seating for Shawarma Palace. So it's
yeah.
like Disney's kind of having to like rethink making like seating for dining a bigger priority. And I feel like as we see the lands change, right, those plus ups that we talked about coming to the, I feel like those plus ups are going to be adding dining. Like everything they've done recently is adding dining. Like look at Bengal Barbecue. They took away like more than half of a store, and if Disney's taken away a store where they sell merchandise, that's a big deal. And they
Yeah.
took that away. They took it away to build indoor dining for Bengal Barbecue. So that's, I mean, shows you just how much like they are prioritizing that. You know, it's a shift.
This is a great move. They're making great moves in Cars Land. That extra seating. I think it was Wonders of Magic did the other post because like walls went up again over there, Danny.
They did, yeah.
Uh,
They're putting up. They're putting like a shade structure on some of the seating, and like I think Theme Park IQ even shared that it was like a
yeah.
Reds, like a Reds something
Right here, right here. Red's Garden.
garden, yeah. So I don't know if that means like Red's gonna come out and like that's where he parks to take photos, you know? Because
We're
I was
talking
thinking
about
about it.
Red, like the fire truck.
Yeah, the fire truck.
What? They better. Oh, that's awesome. You
Because
never
I
see
was thinking,
Red.
because I was thinking like, you know, he's got his own meet and greet right there in that corner.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, is that area going to be affected by some of the changes coming to the Doctor Strange Sanctum and then the rest of Avengers Campus? And so I was like, maybe they're bringing like this whole corner for Red so that he has a spot, because that space in the back is going to be like blocked off. Because I still kind of feel like you're onto something, Mondo, with like potentially the entrance to Avengers Campus being closed from Cars Land during that whole construction.
Yeah. You know what? Somebody just talked. Literally, somebody just talked about that. It was Peter. Hold on, hold on. He had a great picture. Where would I go? Is it like replies? Like somebody tagged me. I guess I could just go to Peter.
Peter Darmanian or Peter like Peter and Kitra Peter?
No, it was the Giant Peter show. I could have sworn he tagged me. Somebody tagged me today. Hold on, hold on. Gosh, how do I like? Here we go. I see it. Yeah, it was the Giant Peter show. Maybe he has it in his replies. Is that why? Yep, here it is. This is a great, literally exactly what you're talking about, Danny. Right here. This little passage right there. Look at all this green. We don't have trees like that, right? I don't feel like we have trees
We
like
kind of
that.
do. We kind of have trees there because remember you made a comment about how like the old space that used to be where um, Werewolf by Night was greeting is completely grown over by a tree and there's like no room to stand there anymore. And it was like it kind of made me like think about it when you said that because I was just like, man, has it really been that long since we saw Werewolf by Night? Because how could it have grown over that much that fast?
I know. I gotta take a
Um,
picture of that again because that tree is all up in that werewolf area. He can't even walk
yeah,
above.
there's no room to walk at all.
Yeah, that
So
walking area was like right here somewhere. Um, what are your thoughts on this right here? Like just this, like this intro. You know what I mean? Because this is very, none of this exists right now, and I think it was Wonders of Magic as well that like posted. Let me see. Let me go to it real quick. Was it Wonders of Magic or Theme Park Obsession? There was a lot of stuff that went down today. There was like dirt, Danny, like literal dirt. I think it was Theme Park Obsession. Right here, dude. Dude, what a great photo. Look at this. This is Park Obsession on X. Credit to him. What the hell's this dirt? Where's this dirt coming from? I don't even know where this photo is, honestly. I have no idea.
Dirt Campus.
Is this like where the doors open behind Rockin' Rollisters or whatever?
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be
Yeah.
right there where like Red comes out, but on the Rollickin' Roadster side because that's facing kind of that the buildings there.
But how's there all this dirt, but nobody has a photo of like heavy machinery? Like, what do they just hide it? They hide it so nobody can see it. It's so weird. It's so weird. Man.
You're gonna have to. I guess you're gonna have to do the Ferris wheel trick one more time.
Oh my gosh, the Ferris wheel. That line never moves fast. Uh, Palm Tree says, "How long is Avenger Campus expansion supposed to take?" All we know is it'll be done in 5 years. That's all we know. Well, pretty much 4.5 now. Ever since Josh D'Amaro said that one thing.
hmm I forgot who else posted about these new. Someone else posted a picture because I saw the theme park obsession ones, but someone else posted it and they made um, a correlation to the fact that the screens and like there's like little decorations on them at the cozy cone for like the little new spot that makes it look like you're pulling into a drive-through. So it's like a little bit more believable that you're a car, right? When you're in Cars Land, because like the screens have like a little speaker on the bottom of them, even though you don't use it for that, but they like look like a drive-through.
Hmm.
So I thought that was kind of interesting too, how they, even though they made these changes, they still try to stay on theme.
I like it. I like the move. I like the move. Oh man, we got Noah in the house.
Oh man, did I surprise you when I came in, Mondo? You're just like,
Good.
what the?
I'm just out of it, man. I've been like disconnected from the world today. Uh, let me see. Let me get Noah up in here. Oh, there we go. What's up, Noah?
What's going on?
Man, I miss you.
I did not expect this tonight, but here we are.
Hey, here we are. How do you feel about
Average
Avenger?
jab, bro.
How do you feel about Avenger Campus?
Um, Manu, you already know. I've never been a
Hey, but
fan
the
of
people
Avengers
don't know. The
Campus.
people don't know. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
I've never been a fan of Avengers Campus. I've always felt like they could do more. You know what? Honestly, I feel like really that when Avengers Campus was a thing when it like first came out, I feel like to me that's kind of like when Disney I don't want to say like started like slacking, but they started slacking in certain aspects. Like they started not putting 100% into things, I feel like, because they saw how Avengers Campus went with everybody else and they were like, oh, see, people actually liked it. And so then that kind of translated into this new Haunted Mansion store and like walls that are being put up that are permanently staying there forever, even though they weren't supposed to be there. It feels weird. It's like a weird kind of, to me, that's when the shift happened because the Star Wars Land didn't feel like that. The Star Wars Land, Batu, is like full immersion. It was like every detail was like perfectly hammered out. And then you got Avengers Campus, and then it kind of was like, we're going to just kind of cut some corners on some projects after this. Like, Tiana was great, though. I think the theming of that was great.
Yeah. Do you think Galaxy's Edge was actually incredible, considering Avenger Campus?
Um, Theming wise, yes. I would say, like, I wish they were doing more in there. There should be shows in there. There should be more roaming characters. They should have, like, spontaneous,
Droids.
like, I'm going to show you how to use your lightsaber battle over here. Stuff like that. Like, I feel like they just need more things going on in there to kind of make it feel more alive. And I feel like Avengers Campus does a really good job doing that because they always have characters walking around. They always have somebody you can meet, something going on. There's a show happening, or there's, Black Panther walking around, or, it depending on what it is. I feel like that's kind of where Batu lacks. Like they kind of need to like meet each other in the middle and be like theming from Batu and characters and shows from Avengers.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. I don't know why there's not just a show that could only run if they wanted to during like Season of the Force at Disneyland. Is it that much to ask for? A freaking lightsaber show during Star Wars month? It's so crazy, dude. So it's like it's hard to ask for all these things. Uh, what's it called? Is there anything you're looking forward to, Noah, for Peanut Celebration? Because I know you're going to be going too.
Um, I can't wait to see that new show. I think that'll be cool to see. Um, and some of the foods, I guess the foods, I'm excited to see how that works. I mean, it's way better than what we had last year with the,
Mac and cheese festival.
mac and cheese. Yeah, exactly. All the mac and cheese stuff. But I'm excited for that new show. The stage looks really cool. I love that it's all peanut centered. Like, it's not just like Charlie Brown's day in the park. Like, it's like very much like Peanuts 75th, we're going all out kind of deal, and not just like, something where Charlie Brown comes out and he's planning on having a picnic, or like something that really has nothing to do with anything. It's like more of like a themed and like history. And so I'm excited for that. I always love when they incorporate their history, especially at Knott's, because there's so much history.
Yeah. I got some stuff I want to talk about. There's so much that went down today. It's kind of unbelievable, honestly.
Kind of crazy, honestly.
I want to start off with. I got to start off with this. I would love to hear from you guys. I feel like you guys are a little more positive than I am, but I'm not going to get too into the details. But Disney Plus, for all its glory, Disney Plus lost 700,000 subscribers in Q1 of 2025. How do you guys feel about that? Does that sound right? Does that sound like they're they're just going through a transition phase? Disney Plus sucks. Like, how do we feel about it? How do you guys feel about Disney Plus?
You can go ahead, Danny.
I was just gonna say, I was doing the bundle of Hulu and Disney Plus for $9.99. It came with both, and I usually watch Hulu like 10 times more than I would Disney Plus. I always watch Disney Plus like when they have like Mandalorian or any kind of new Star Wars show, but I'm not really otherwise watching it. Like, I have Blu-rays and like digital copies of the movies that I like that are Disney. So if I want to watch them, I can like rewatch them there. So I don't really like go to Disney Plus for any of that. So I actually just found myself canceling. So I'm one of the people that canceled. I actually just canceled right when they raised the prices, because I was like, it made me think about it. I was like, oh, I don't really watch it all that much. So I don't have Disney Plus, and moving forward, when movies come out that I like, I'm gonna buy them on Blu-ray again. So
just better go, dude. When you think about it, all these $12, $14, it adds up over a year. You could have like 6-7 DVDs at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What about you, Noah? How you feel about Disney Plus?
I'm the same. I'm the same as Danny. Like, Disney Plus, like, there's nothing on Disney Plus that's calling to me right now. I feel like they really kind of knocked it out of the park at the very beginning when they like announced these great shows that everybody was like watching and everybody loved, and now it's kind of just like, what's on there? Like, I get people with kids want it because there's shows and movies and whatever, but for a bunch of adults, I feel like there's not really, like, you can only watch so much Snow White and Sleeping Beauty before you get like tired of it. Like, I feel like we need things that are more adult centered. But the weird thing now on Disney Plus is that since everything's kind of combined, like, you open Disney Plus and you're watching like shows from Hulu that you're like, why is this even on Disney? Like, what is happening?
Dude,
it's crazy seeing shows like that.
There's so many good horror movies now on Disney Plus because of Hulu. I'm like, dang, I'm shocked how much horror movies are on Disney Plus. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
We canceled Disney Plus a long time ago. I don't know how we have Disney Plus. Like, we're sharing something with somebody else. That's where we're at. So I'm at the mercy of whoever else is paying for it or whatever. But honestly, I never find myself on Disney Plus. I'm always on YouTube, Max, Netflix, maybe Paramount Plus. But yeah, which streaming sites kind of dominate for you guys?
It used to be Hulu, but I would say now that I don't have it, it's probably Max for sure.
Yeah.
I don't have Peacock and I don't have Paramount. I only have Netflix and Max and Apple TV Plus.
What about you, Noah?
Um,
I'm right there with you, Mondo. Like, I feel like a majority of my time watching anything is YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube that I watch, like
Same.
channels both inside the theme park world and outside of, like things that like have nothing to do with theme parks at all. Um,
Hmm.
but I also watch every housewife franchise possible. So I have to have Bravo, and then I have Peacock for Traders because I love that show. But those are like literally the only things I watch. Like that's it. And I have like a set thing every Tuesday's one housewife franchise and Wednesday's another and then Thursday's Traders and then Friday we're going to watch a YouTube video of somebody who drops a YouTube video. So it's like those are kind of what I circulate through right now. I'm rarely on Hulu, not on Disney Plus at all. Everything else kind of Max every once in a while for like movies.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
What about TikTok? Is it? I feel like people are falling out with TikTok, dude. That's how I'm feeling. Are you getting that vibe or no?
Yeah,
Just
I feel
I
tripping.
feel
like
like
when
Noah was already kind of falling out before the ban.
oh my god, Danny got that right. No, yeah, I was already falling out. I mean, I don't know. TikTok is like a weird place for me because, like, in my head, I'm like, I don't enjoy scrolling and like watching these videos. Like, I just don't.
The doom
They just
scrolling.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like call out to me. But then if I find myself doing it, I'm like scrolling for hours. So it's like it's weird. It's a weird space. Like I don't know if I like it or if I don't like it. I'm rarely on there too. It's mainly YouTube.
Yeah. For me, YouTube and Instagram. That's kind of like where my time is, and then sometimes X, but not really. It's YouTube and Instagram. That's like where I stick to.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I used that justification when I was canceling Disney Plus and Hulu. I was just like, I want to watch more YouTube, and I subscribe to YouTube Premium as well, and always have. And so I was like, I want to get back to because I used to like Noah. I would watch a ton of stuff on YouTube, and I kind of just like fell off that, and somehow got into like the doom scrolling on TikTok and things like that when they were more popular, um, and I feel like I always just learned more and got inspired so much more when I watched things on YouTube and like followed
Mm.
creators that I liked and like learned. I would learn stuff all the time. And like TikTok, you can learn things on TikTok, but it's more just like you're just doing it for like the dopamine hit of like
But
hopefully you get
Hmm.
the next video. It's like scrolling a slot machine. You're
you
hoping to win.
you know what TikTok had a lot going for itself was like I'm trying to find that next funny TikTok to send to somebody. Like I want to keep
Hmm.
finding things to send to somebody, but I feel like that idea only lasts so long. Uh, for me,
Not if you're Mystery Bay.
man, I never fell in love with TikTok. I don't know what it was. I just didn't care for it. And a lot of times, like I just feel like my algorithms just weren't whatever, and I don't know. It's like because I've been an Instagram person for so long. It's like I feel like I'm just loyal to Instagram.
Hmm.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like a lot of TikTok is going to Instagram now? Like Instagram's becoming the hub. Do you guys feel like that? Or
Yeah, I feel like that for sure. I've seen a ton of creators who normally post on TikTok. Well, if you think about it right now in the US anyway, it's not banned, but if you don't have the app already, you can't download it. So
Hmm.
that's like limiting your audience, you know what I mean? Whereas like the Instagram, that's not, they don't have that problem.
Hmm.
what do you think, Noah?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people have jumped ship. And you know what? It was a very eye-opening thing for a lot of TikTok creators that when it went dark on there, they had nothing. So I feel like a lot of those people are now branching out and trying to grow on other platforms just in case that happens again, or if the TikTok somehow falls off and nobody wants to use it anymore, then they have other platforms. It was like a big eye opener,
Yeah,
I think, for a lot of people.
I agree. No, because it's like we kind of dealt with this a couple times, you know, in our age group, like with other social medias, like having to rebuild ourselves on a different social media platform. And like, you know, although this had to do with like, you know, government involvement, like it probably was inevitably going to happen at some point. And I think people, like you said, they realized, they're like, I put all my eggs in this one basket, and now you know, another thing that I noticed too, more recently, because one of the things that kind of got me started on YouTube, just not creating content, but just like watching stuff, was all the like tech creators around like whatever the newest phone was or the newest camera was, and like all the unboxings and all that, right? And I just watched a video yesterday talking about how they feel like that whole genre is dead, and like all those creators like don't get that kind of viewership anymore unless they've like diversified their content into something else, which the more successful ones did. And the ones that kind of stuck around to like the tech reviews of like the latest phone, because it's like we've reached a point now where like phones, they're not gonna like get any that much better than what they
a
are
little
now.
bit
Like,
more battery
they've reached
life,
peak
little
phone.
nicer camera. More, you know, like,
Yep.
that's all you get these days on a new iPhone.
Yeah, so like we're not gonna get like, and even if like we had some of like the crazy phones they have in China that like fold and stuff, I don't even think that would like that's like, we're gonna get to a point where like the people want something beyond the phone. It's gonna be like the glasses or like something else, you know. So
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Instagram is going strong still.
did you have MySpace, Mondo?
Yeah, but I never cared. I never cared for MySpace.
You never had your top 8?
I felt like I did. The whole top 8 thing was stupid. Like, these are my top 8 friends.
And you were like all like,
It's
oh,
so
I'm in their
stupid.
top 8. I want to be in their top 8 so bad.
It's all stupid. It's all stupid. It's all stupid. I want to move on. We got some news that came internationally today. It's from Scott Gustin. Hong Kong Disneyland celebrating their 20th anniversary. But hey, tell me why Hong Kong is getting a new parade that'll have 11 new floats. They're also going to get a castle stage show with all that. Look at all that greatness. They're also going to get a freaking drone show, probably fireworks, I'm assuming. And they're calling it the most magical party of all. But
Yeah.
Disneyland got the 70th, the one that started it all. We get Wondrous Journey coming back, Paint the Night coming back.
Wait, what's our theme again? Isn't it like happy or something?
We're happy, Danny. It's happy at Disneyland.
We're happy.
Celebration or something.
Yeah,
Happiest celebration or something.
How do you guys feel about that? Does this taint the 70th a little bit for us? You know, or we just need to be happy. I feel like that's where Disneyland puts people in this like shut up and be
Are
happy.
those drones?
Enjoy your reservations. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're drones. Those are drones. Those are drones.
Dang, drone balloons.
Yeah, dude.
That's cool how they made it look like it was like coming off the castle, like a projection into the drones.
Oh,
That's gonna be cool to see.
I will say, whoever's in charge of entertainment in Hong Kong, they are killing it, because their parades are literally top tier. Like their parades are like the top of the top. People say like Japan's are good, but like Hong Kong's are like really, really good. And we've stolen stuff from them and used it in our thing. Do you remember? Have you seen the Festival of Fantasy Parade, Mondo, at Disney World?
Yes.
The Festival of I don't know the song, but like, do a video. Do me a favor, Mondo. Pull up a new tab on YouTube.
Yeah.
And search Flights of Fantasy Parade.
I don't even know what that is, Danny.
It's from Hong Kong. And you'll recognize the song right away because we stole it.
We stole. How did we steal it? What is it that like? What thing did we steal it?
You'll hear it. You'll hear it as soon as you hear it. You'll hear it.
Let me see.
各位先生、女士、小朋友
of fantasy. 女士们、先生。
Soundsational, Mondo.
Wait.
So dirty.
Wait.
We just straight up robbed them.
So we just jacked them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Play it again. The flights of the flight of fantasy. Music celebration.
It's a fire song, dude. Come on, it's time to soar. That's crazy. Wow.
That's
Now you gotta play
crazy.
Soundsational.
Let me see. Let me play
It's the exact same thing.
sound. I never knew this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so whatever the parade song is for this new parade in Hong Kong, just expect it here a few years later.
It's the same. It's the goddamn same thing. So pretty much we jacked them.
Yeah.
Wow. So whatever's happening now in the 20th, maybe we could get it. Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so I'm saying whatever they have now, just expect it here
A few years down the line.
Yeah. Are you guys hearing any whispers on the World of Color, the new World of Color, or nothing?
Nothing.
I'm not hearing anything.
I know, me neither, dude. I've heard nothing. I'm kind of sad because I want to hear something. I feel like some kind of like a little teaser trailer should be played. It's not like they're creating something new. It's always clips from videos.
It might be good to not hear anything though, because this might be like our number one thing coming out of this 70th. So maybe this is like the surprise element.
Yeah, I'm totally looking forward to the what is it called? Goofy movie is what I'm trying to say. It looks like a stacked lineup though of everything kind of playing off Inside Out. I like it. I don't know why they put Scar though. Like, why do we need Scar in this?
Be prepared.
Yeah, it's for sure. Be prepared. Well, we'll see. I want to get into this one and hear your guys' opinion. Let me see. I got to go to Twitter because that's where I saw it. Right here. This is from Blog Mickey, blogmickey.com. Check this out. I guess the Disney company had their earnings call, and there was a lot of stuff that came out of it. But in this tweet right here from Blog Mickey, Disney expects small impact from Universal's Epic Universe opening. Let me see. Let me just pause. Is it going to play? No. On today's earning call, the very first question posed to Bob Iger asked about Epic Universe. As you may know, Universal's third theme park opens May 22nd. One of the unknown is how much the new theme park will change the center of gravity in Central Florida. Johnston took the question and offered a little bit of insight into Disney's expectation. Disney's forecast small impact on business due to Universal Epic. Interestingly, the analyst asking the question said that the impact of Epic Universe is the top question he gets presumably from investors. In terms of Johnston's comment, they don't break new ground in terms of messaging. Perhaps it wasn't said that was more notable. Unlike in previous earnings call, Johnston didn't mention Epic Universe by name. Instead, Johnston simply said that Disney anticipates some small impact, but notes that Disney's guidance of 6 to 8% income growth in the experience division includes that impact. So they're still expecting lots of growth. In November 2024, okay, I won't go into that. Here it is. Regarding Epic, we did a model that into our expectations for experience outlook. As mentioned earlier, the early bookings that we have next summer are actually positive, so that's certainly a positive indicator. We also looked at the history of other attractions and other park openings in Florida. It seems it's been beneficial for us. That is very much captured in the guide we provided. Less than a month later, Johnson said Disney had some negative built in the opening of Epic Universe. While the comment was a departure from rising tide lifts all ships sentiment from November. It's exactly what Disney is forecasting today. Johnson said that the booking still looks strong for summer 2025 at Walt Disney World, and there has been no change in the previously offered guidance. Do you guys feel like Epic Universe is going to have a small impact in Walt Disney World? Or do Walt Disney World people, they don't care about Epic Universe? I like Disney. Like, how do you guys feel about all that? I'm curious to hear you guys'
I
opinion.
think, honestly, I think Disney's like right on the nose with this. I think it'll be a very small impact. Because I feel like a lot of people going out to Epic Universe are also going to do Disney while they're there. It's just like that's what's going to happen. They're, minutes away from each other. There's not going to be a major, like, we're only here for this. If anything, it's going to significantly impact Universal. And everybody that's going to Disney World is now going to want to go visit Universal because of this new opening. But I think that a majority of the people who are booking trips to Epic Universe will probably visit at least one of the Disney parks while they're there.
Yeah. I 100% agree with Noah. That was going to be my thought too. I agree with the small impact, because and this is only because Universal's kind of hurting themselves with their ticket policy. No one's going to book a vacation, including me. And we were talking
I'm in
about
the same
this,
boat too.
there's a huge YouTube creator, a huge TikTok or Twitter person, Jenny. She does a lot of videos. She's done a lot of videos on theme park stuff. Jenny Nicholson. She even said, like, when are they going to release single day tickets? She's like, am I even going to go during opening year? And like, for her not to go during opening year is like a big deal. And I am not going to fly to Florida from the West Coast to go to Epic Universe for one day. Like, I'm not doing that. So to Noah's point, like, I think what we will see is that people will probably, if they're really excited about it and they really want to experience an opening year, they're going to do the 3-day ticket that Universal's forcing them to buy, and then they're going to use the rest of their trip to go to Disney World. So I think the small impact is correct, because maybe someone who would have spent a full week at Disney World is now only spending like half a week at Disney World. So I think the small impact makes sense.
I don't get why they didn't go the route of, like, let's hook people in with like a 3 to 5 day ticket to any park. You go wherever the hell you want. You want to go 3 days at Epic? Go ahead. Because right now they're locking people in for 1 day at Epic, and then you have to use your 2 other days at the other park. I feel like a lot of people are inclined of, like, I don't even want to do the 3rd day. I'm going to Walt Disney World. I'm going to Magic Kingdom or whatever. I feel like this strategy, I don't think it's playing out that well. That's just my opinion.
I think they have to do it because of like crowding and stuff, but I probably would expect whenever they open up regular 1-day tickets, they can probably expect a little bit more of a bigger impact at Disney World than they would have had. But I think they're right to say that a small impact's all they expect, because not a lot of people are gonna, go to Florida and not go to Disney World. Like Noah said, it's only like 15 minutes away. It's not like an hour and a half or 2 hours.
It's very rare you hear anybody go like, I'm only going to Universal. It's like extremely rare. Extremely.
Exactly.
You're spending all that money to go to Florida, California to Florida. I'm going to Walt Disney World. It's just, that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah. I think small impact is probably correct too. There's a lot of factors though that are going to come into play. Does Epic Universe, does everything work, right away? When new attractions, new lands happen, look at Rise of the Resistance. That was a S show for a long time. And
Yeah.
what is another thing that opened recently? Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Look at that one. All those. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm really curious. Like, let me ask you guys this: if Epic Universe opens and it's just like the rides aren't working, the organization is bad. They still have this 3 day, 1 day only at Epic. Like, does that just discourage a lot of people? And like, you know what? I'm gonna wait till next year because I feel like that could happen. That could happen where people are just like, I don't want to deal with that opening month, opening day, opening year madness. I'd rather just go next year. Do you think that'll happen a lot?
Yes. I think that's gonna happen. I mean, I don't expect Universal to have anything major. I don't expect rides to be broken down. I don't expect things like that. What I do expect and what I can see going towards a negative direction is the crowd. Like if there's too many people there, it's going to make it not enjoyable for anybody. We had to wait 5 hours to get on a ride. We had to wait 2 hours to get food. We had to like that ruins the experience. So I feel like that's kind of what people are waiting to hear. Plus it doesn't help that they're opening up in May when the weather is going to be so hot and most of the people don't visit Florida in that time. They kind of avoid it unless they're doing, water parks or whatever. It's not like a super popular time for people to go unless they're going for like school breaks.
Yeah.
But I think like the first couple months until it hits like that summer vacation of lots of, schools, like it's going to be, people are going to wait out to see if they want to go. They're
Yeah.
not going to jump on the opportunity right away.
What do you think, Danny?
Yeah, I think there's some people in the chat even have said we're waiting until next year, Valeria Dixon, until all the hype dies down and the bugs are worked out. Right? We've talked about this too on the show, like especially with the ticket limitations. If you're going out there and traveling there and you're limited to just 1 day, all of these attractions at Epic Universe are crazy, like very advanced attractions that will have probably some pretty significant downtimes within their first year, pretty regularly. And probably could be, it's not unusual to see like a downtime that lasts the whole day sometimes.
Yeah.
Like that happened with Hagrid's roller coaster, right? It would go down in the morning and then it would never come back up the whole day. And like, imagine if you're there and like your whole reason to be there, for instance, is to ride the like Universal Monsters like Unchained attraction, and like it's down the whole day, and you just have that 1 day ticket because Universal won't sell more than one. To me, it's not worth the risk. Like I'd rather go when the bugs are worked out and when I can like experience it for more than 1 day and not have to like hope and pray everything's working on that 1 day that I'm there.
Yeah, I understand everything you guys are saying. I agree. Imagine you go the 1 day you're going, and the Harry Potter ride just down all day, or it reopens, and the whole theme park goes to it, and it's like 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could just feel that S show already, and it's 95 degrees and humidity. You feel like crap.
I mean, the thing they have going for them is that there are so many lands within Epic Universe that it's big enough for people to spread out. Like it's not like, a Galaxy's Edge where there's, 2 attractions and that's where everybody is. It's kind of like we're all doing our own thing. Like you go where you want to go. And I think that's kind of like a positive thing that they have going for them is that there's going to be enough space for everybody to spread out where hopefully it's not ever like, the ride just opened, everybody go there because then it's kind of like, it's huge.
Yeah. And for all we know, like all the crowds could just run a Super Nintendo World, Like
True.
Yeah. I
There's heavy hitters in there for sure. Like people, it depends on what you like is really where you're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah. To stay on topic with Epic Universe, I gotta mention this. This kind of surprised me because I was like, "What the hell?" and it's from Blog Mickey again. There's rumors. There's rumors that Epic Universe park operations take over next week as phase previews begin. What? Supposedly, like team member previews could be happening like in the next month. What do you guys think about that? May is the big one. It's the opening time, but February.
I hope we get some leaked videos. That's what I hope.
That's
So
what I
funny is
keep.
that some people are like so anti like spoilers. I love all the spoilers. I want to see every spoiler. I want to watch every POV. Like I'm all for that. Like I'm never one that's like shies away from a spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah, I want the spoilers too. I don't care. I don't care if I'm spoiled ahead of time. Uh, like to me, I'm excited for them to start working and like actual humans writing these things. Like the real testing is happening. And what's going to be cool too, out of these team members, say there is no leaks, they'll be talking about it. There'll be videos like, "Hey, this is what I saw. This is what I felt. This one food was good."
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon Land is way better than I ever thought. Like we're gonna hear all these things.
Yep.
So, are you guys ready for that? For the feels of like what it feels like inside the ride to start coming to the internet? Are you guys ready for that? Because Epic
Yeah.
Universe has been this big thing that's just this unimaginable theme park opening, and it's like we're right. There's rumors that park operations taking it. What do you guys think? Like, are we ready to hear these opinions on the park?
I'm ready for that. I'm excited
ready.
to hear kind of what everyone thinks. It's gonna help us then lay out a plan of what we want to do. If somebody says, the Universal Monsters ride is absolute trash, but the How to Train Your Dragon one is the best thing they've ever done, it's kind of like now that's going to factor into like when I get the opportunity to go, where I'm going to start, what I'm going to do. I'm excited to hear what everybody has to think. And it's good that they're testing it early because hopefully by the time it opens up to everybody, there won't be as many kinks that they have to work out.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Danny? You ready for all these reviews, or you're just like, I don't want to hear nothing?
Yeah, I'm ready for all of it. I want to hear what people think. I want to see like what they thought of the rides. We're already hearing like some early chatter about Stardust Racers and how they had to like rethink the whole ride because it was creating too much G forces and it would just make people like pass out. So
That's
they
crazy.
are like they're like adding like more brakes to it, slowing it down because it was creating way too many G forces on the top hat and just all kinds of stuff. So they're Alicia Stella has been posting all about it.
Damn. And those are good things. Like, yeah, I don't want nobody passing out on a ride. I can't believe that roller coaster is that intense that people were like, like it's like that extreme. I didn't interpret that roller coaster as an extreme ride.
That's like flashbacks to Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I think it's just the way that it forces you to do maneuvers, Mondo, like from an up to a down. Like it's just it's quickly going through everything really fast. And so I think, like Noah was saying, like the Wonder Woman, like that's a perfect example. That ride like just shoves you through so fast. Like this was kind of doing the same thing. Like there's not really a rest.
We got a super chat from Savage Baka. What up, Mondo? You think I have a chance to get a reservation for Sunday at Disney or DCA? It hasn't budged all week. Thank you for the $5, Savage Baka. I have. Let's bring it up because I've been trying to get myself a weekend reservation. I can't get nothing. This is what it looked like for me today. This is my Inspire key for February. Look at that. Nothing. No Friday, no Saturdays, no Sundays. Why are reservations this hard in February? Why were they hard in January? What the heck is going on? How do you guys feel about all this?
I feel like it was always this hard in January, like we always talk about it, but I don't remember it in February.
Everyone's just trying to get World of Color 1 in one last time.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe that's why they brought Mickey's Mixed Magic. Everybody wants to go see it. They're all like,
Yeah.
I gotta get my last Mickey's Mixed Magics in, you know?
Could be. Could be. Although when I was there the other day and I heard the music, I was like, I'm out. I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm like, I'm getting out of here. Goodbye.
Oh, I was with you, Mondo.
Yeah, we were like,
We were gonna watch it, and then it started, and both of us were just like, let's go to World of Color. Like, we're out of here. I can't even do this.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why reservations are this hard. I kind of want to be inclined. I think it revolves around staffing. That's the only thing I could think of, is that maybe Disneyland is not staffed to whatever they're looking for, and they just don't want to bring on big crowds on Friday, Saturday, Sundays. I'm assuming those are when the biggest crowds come, you know? So that's what I think's happening. I hate it. It doesn't feel nice when you have a $1,700 pass and you can't go on the weekends. It's pretty whack.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say than that. It's just super whack.
It does feel a little whack, yeah.
I had a question. I want to go back real quick. It was from Jamie Lynn. Do we see construction start next week at Avengers Campus since the trolley closes on Saturday? What are you guys'
That's
thoughts?
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I think the roundhouse is the first thing we see. They just rip it out.
Yeah. What do you think, Noah?
I can see that. I mean, I know that there's problems they're trying to fix in Disneyland currently. But I think if they can kind of hash out those problems now, then I can see construction starting over there pretty early.
Yeah, me too. What's holding them back at this point? They already ended the trolley. Let's get the party started, baby. Construction. Let's go.
Yeah.
The Giant Peter Show said that Wonder Woman video and Noah's reaction gets me every time.
That was the worst ride I've ever been on.
Could you walk us?
Absolute hands down.
Dude, you gotta walk us through this, Noah. I feel like we haven't heard from you on this. Like,
but also it didn't help that we went on it like 5 times.
Yeah. If you had to give people like an idea of what happens, like the feels, what hurts, or what is it that's the issue? What's the issue on Wonder Woman?
Well, first off, you sit down in the car and it's extremely awkward because you're like saddling the seat. So it's like, I'm already sitting a little weird.
And I feel like your knees have to like split out, or your legs.
Yes, your legs are separated from each other.
Yeah, your legs are not like this; they're split.
No, they're literally split. It was probably about this point where like my entire hip like popped out of its socket, and I was like in excruciating pain. But this was, I will never do that ride again. Like,
that was checked out right there. He's like, I'm over this shit. Get me out of here.
Like, you know what? I'm glad it happened on this video because I was sitting behind a newscaster who was broadcasting live at one point, and I was like, thank God that didn't happen there. Like, at least I was like decent there. But no, this ride, I just can't do it ever again. You're just thrown around everywhere. And you're sitting with your legs out. I don't know. And I'm not the only person who said their hip popped out of their socket and they've had problems with their legs after riding it. Like, it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's all gas, no brakes.
Dude,
literally the whole thing.
Wonder Woman is like 0 to 100 and it just stays at 100. The
whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Zappages says trolley removal will take a couple of days from the back lot. Since we're talking about construction, I want to get into something very interesting that happened today. And shout out to Theme Park IQ. I think he's in the chat today. At least I remember I saw him.
Before we go on to that, real quick, Mondo, we got a pretty big super chat from
Oh,
Mr. Harold.
Harold dropping a super chat. What? That's 33 bucks. Thank you, Maximum Health. Bonfires. Mondo, Danny, Noah doing work. Maximum gratitude for each of you and the entire Five Fires fam. Five Fire forever. Let's go. Love it. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Maximum Harold. I don't know if that's a picture of your dog, but very cute dog, my friend.
I actually met him in person. He's a super nice guy.
Oh, yeah? What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude, we got a great community. We've met so many people. I appreciate everybody. Everybody from Five Fires, man. Thank you, though, Maximum Harold. I appreciate you. Let's talk about this, because what the hell is this? Why is Disney pumping $10 million? 10 million? What? What? This is from Theme Park IQ. He put, I don't usually share non-guest facing park projects, but I think this one is interesting. Disneyland filed a $10 million permit to modernize cast member admin building behind Space Mountain. The Railroad Diorama building. The permit listed details all the changes. Work on this project started this month. So this is like a now thing. The permit, blah, 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 break room, conference, custodial throughout all levels, modification existing, issue booths, stairs, railings, infill, windows, remove existing awnings, replace the new exterior facade, install cantilever, I don't even know how to say that word, umbrellas, reinstall existing statue with new pedestal. But this building is right behind Space Mountain, and it's actually right next to Harbor Bus Route, literally. I've been in this building. I got a message from a good buddy who's like, that building is old as hell. It stinks. It sucks.
The official name for that building, Backstage, is the old admin building.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say the old ass building.
No, it's called, so like,
I thought he was gonna say that too.
And it's not even like a funny nickname. It's actually like what they say. So like they'll tell you like, oh, you got to go to old admin for that, like old admin, and like everyone knows like what you're talking about when you say old admin. Like that's the building. So that's how it was when
brand new $10 million admin soon.
And it's also the building where the dinosaur and the Grand Canyon is for the train.
Wow.
That's what they meant by diorama.
So that's like a very important building, dude. That's
so you know how when you would walk by where costuming was, Mondo, and
no, I've been in this building. I know exactly.
I know, but you know how when you would walk by where costuming was in that little section right there, like it's actually, you can see it right there in the shot that you have. There's like trees. You were just on it, like back the other way. There's like a little hallway right there with trees.
A hallway?
Right there. It's right there. It's right above your head. That little section with trees.
Right
that's that little hallway that you would walk to go to the costuming right there. And when you were in that little like outdoor walkway right there, you would always hear the dinosaurs. If you were just like you'd always hear like the roaring and the whatever right there, because they were just on the other side of that wall.
I remember that. When I worked for Disneyland, they used to sell like pins right here or something.
Yeah, the team center was right there on the corner, the top corner.
Yeah, that's what they called it. I remember. It's like right here above my head somewhere.
Yeah, but someone else's, I think in the chat or the replies of that post, I think, I forget his name now. Why am I blanking? Mousky Gamer. I liked that tweet. I said, I firmly believe this is the real Disneyland Forward related project. I agree. I think this definitely has to do with Disneyland Forward, right? They're modernizing this building. If you remember what it looks like, Mondo, on the other side, the Space Mountain side, there's a bunch of unused costuming windows, because back in the day, this used to be the costuming building, and you would go up to the the little windows, and you would get your costume issued to you, and then you'd have to give it back at the end of the day, because they didn't have like a whole system where they do now, where like they issue you the cast member costumes and then you get to take them home and all that kind of stuff. It
Yeah.
was like so the windows are still there to this day. Like they have all the little windows set up, and I think now the only thing that's in there costuming wise is like entertainment costuming used to be there. At least when I was working there, I don't know if that's the case now. It could have completely changed. But they a lot of the infrastructure was set up for like when it was that. So I think it's time, right there. We lost a lot of infrastructure for Backstage when they built Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. They moved some of those offices to the ESPN Zone building, which now potentially we might be losing that, for something else. So it's time to like really modernize this building and bring it to the future and let them use it again for things that it's actually needing to be used for, like additional office space. They could potentially bring, park levels of park management that might be displaced from other areas into this space when they start to expand the parks. And right now, the way it's laid out, it's like kind of not available to do that. It's really wonky. Like when you go in there, it's like really mishmash, like all kind. It's like three buildings in one. It's like a very weird building. Someone mentioned in the comments of it that they said, I really hope that they don't. I think I retweeted it, and then the retweeted one that I posted, someone said, "Don't mess with my time tunnel." And do you remember the time tunnel in there, Mondo?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully, if they do mess the time tunnel, they move it somewhere else.
I'm trying to. Is it in my right here? This is what Izapache was saying. I want to hear your thoughts. I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. Remember, I said some harbor bridge coming. Bridge foundation will take up the northern bus section, and some of the current building will shift around or add 2 floors. Plus, electrical piping water needs to be rerouted. I'll explain more in detail later. So, Zapache he's trying to hint that here it is. This is more. There will be no additional push into soon-to-be old bus drop. Any extension from DCA will bottleneck the flow of guests coming from Harbor Boulevard. The security checkpoint will be pushed out an additional 15 yards, and the northern section have a wall or fence for guests coming off the bridge. There will be a security checkpoint prior to going over the bridge to ease restriction on crowds. So there's some hint that's going on here that this could be like on the other side of Harbor. That parking structure gets made. A bridge is coming this way. This project might have something to do with that project. So the bridge and the parking structure. Do you think that's what's going on here too? This whole $10 million thing? Or we're thinking too far ahead? Because they're going to have to build that parking structure at some point. I don't know why they're slacking on it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, potentially. Potentially it could be. That's kind of where we had imagined the bridge to come from the parking structure, closest to that building that's there. Not necessarily that building, but the costuming building that's there right now. I don't necessarily know that I believe the tweet that person put up, just because of the fact that the security checkpoint, there won't be one on Harbor Boulevard, at least if that's what Disney wants, right? It'll be in the structure and everyone will come over the bridge.
Yeah.
So there won't be a need for a security checkpoint on Harbor at all, because those guests will have gone through the structure. So that's the only part that doesn't make sense to me in what they posted.
This building is the $10 million building right here.
Yeah.
And then this is obviously the bus area, but it would come from here. This is the big parking structure.
Mm-hmm.
Where all these
and the open space would be where the bridge is.
So the open space right here, that's the bridge. Does it line up?
Mm-hmm.
It lines directly. It actually lines up directly, Daddy.
Yeah.
Looking from right here You know what I mean? Like maybe I guess like that. No. Well,
That's crazy.
that is kind of crazy, huh?
It's like perfect.
It's literally perfect, dude. Oh man. Well, they got to start somewhere with all these Disneyland forwards, but we'll see. Uh, Also, Johnny dropping a super chat. Is that where the cast member Starbucks is?
Yeah.
I don't know if is it still there, Danny? I have no idea. I haven't
Yeah.
been a cast member in many years, but that's where it was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where it was, though, Johnny. Uh, like as soon as you walk in, you could go to Starbucks, like as a cast member.
Yeah. I didn't. I worked in like the hotel side, so I didn't like. I didn't really have a need to go through Harbor Point a lot, so I never really used that Starbucks.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Um, I want to get out of all this conversation, and I want to talk about dinosaurs, man. How are you guys feeling about Jurassic World Rebirth? Did you have a chance to see it, Noah?
No,
Damn, you gotta watch it.
I do. I do.
Dude, it looks good. I saw this tweet, and it kind of goes over like all the dinosaurs that we're going to be seeing. This one's called Titanosaurus. I never even heard of that. Brand new. They have this one, which we've seen before. This one's called Quetzalcoatlus. I suck at these names. I suck at dinosaur names. But that's coming back. We're gonna get this like new hybrid Velociraptor, but it has two heads. Uh, then there's also gonna be this mutant, which is I guess kind of like the big baddie that's gonna be happening in this. We're getting a mutant like I have to read the storyline of like pretty much what's happening in this movie is they're revisiting where Jurassic Park started their testing to create dinosaurs, and a lot of these are like their first dinosaurs that they created that just kind of went wrong, and they all kind of have stayed in this island, and they're visiting that island, and this is one of those just gigantic beasts. Look at that thing! It's just a mutant dinosaur. uh, and then we're also going to have a Dilophosaurus, which we love Dilophosauruses. We're going to have a T-Rex, and everybody's excited because it's going to be like a water scene that's from the book, where it all started with Jurassic Park. There's going to be Spinosaurus in this movie. Everybody's excited for that. And then Mosasaurus, big baddie Mosasaurus that ate an Indominus Rex. That's coming back. Uh, it's incredible, man. It's freaking incredible. Well, Noah hasn't seen it, but Danny, where do you stand now that we've had the full trailer for Jurassic World?
I love, like I said, when I saw the poster get teased, there's nothing they can do to make me sick of the Jurassic franchise. I will love it forever. So it's I'm really excited for it. The trailer was awesome. I love the concept. I love that they're trying to bring some elements of the books, which are really scary, by the way,
Yeah.
and very violent. They're bringing some of those elements to this movie. From what I've heard from some of the people on YouTube that have kind of know more about it, Mondo, and are posting about it, they said that this is not going to be like a kid-friendly movie. This is going to be actually a really like horror Jurassic Park movie. So, especially with that like mutant dinosaur that's like kind of like a messed up one.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be messed up. So I'm ready for this one. And who knows, Mondo? Since this is more of like a horror version, like a lot scarier, maybe this is the catalyst that finally gives us an HHN experience that's Jurassic Park related. I hope so.
Dude.
I can easily see not this HHN, but maybe next HHN we get Jurassic World Reborn or whatever walk through.
That
maze.
would be the scariest maze I've ever been in my entire
I know.
life.
I'd be so scared.
Just like a T-Rex head comes at you, just biting you.
That would be terrifying.
Let me ask you: do you think Jurassic World maze, like a walkthrough, does it belong in FanFest or does it belong at HHN? Like if it did come, I'm just curious.
HHN.
It's a good
It could be
question.
both, I guess,
Yeah,
depending on like what you do. I feel like for FanFest, it would be more of like a like not just
It'd
so
be the
much
old.
just
It'd be
like
retro
a
for the
walk.
old one.
Yeah, it'd be like almost like a museum walkthrough kind of deal. Like there'd be some scares, but it'd be like, oh, look at this from the movie, and this was used here, and this was. Whereas HHN, they can just go full scare. Like we don't even care about using anything. Like we're just going full like force.
yeah. Our goal is to scare you. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're
I
not
love
here.
that.
We're not here for you to enjoy these dinosaurs. They're trying to kill you.
Yep.
Yeah, Mondo. That Anthony Alvarez in the chat saw what I saw too. They said this movie will have more deaths than any movie in the franchise, and that like majority of the cast dies.
Yeah.
So
When I watched the trailer, I felt like they're going back to the roots, dinosaurs instead of this grasshopper
bugs.
or what was that bug?
Yeah, like some bug.
Yeah, some bug eating our crops, and it's like, like shut up with that. But no, dude, Jurassic World, it's gonna come. It's gonna hit hard. It's gonna hit hard, and I love that there's another Jurassic World movie coming because like more people in this day and age are going to get introduced to dinosaurs and this franchise, and more fans are going to be created because you know in Hollywood, I'm in the boat of I want more Jurassic World expansion. Super Nintendo World is obviously awesome, but I want more Jurassic World at the lower lot. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. And if this movie is like a 2 billionaire, hell yeah, Universal's going to jump on something like, hey, forget that Donkey Kong expansion. Let's do Jurassic World. Especially when we've seen the Jurassic World ride in is it Beijing? Where the Dominus is chasing you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need that, dude. We need that in the States. We got DA dropping a 20 super chat from DA, OMG, Danny, Noah, Mondo. Talk about a dream team. Thank you. Holy smokes. There it is. Love you guys and appreciate all you do. Sorry for the left field question. Where do you think Coco ride is going to be and when? Man, it's such a hard question. I hear rumors so like passionate that it's going behind Incredicoaster. And then I hear rumors so passionate that no, it's going to go in Hollywood Land. And then there's like this passion too that no, they're going to expand over Disneyland Drive and it'll go Disneyland Forward. But honestly, at this point in time, I have to say I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking clue. How do you feel, Noah?
Yeah, I've heard everything. Right now, like the really strong rumor is Hollywoodland. That's what I heard it's gonna be. The reason why people are saying it's not going behind Incredicoaster or why they don't think it is because they're trying to expand it from just the ride to something more. They want to create, the feel that you're in, Santa Cecilia where the movie took place. They want to bring you there rather than just like there's the entrance to the ride, get in it and you're done. Like they want to kind of immerse you in like a little world almost, and then kind of get you into the ride, which I hope they do. That sounds like a super cool idea. But until anything is said, it's all speculation. We have no idea where it's going to be.
What about you, Danny?
Yeah, we talked about it on speculation. I kind of have a feeling. I agree with Noah. Definitely Hollywood Land, and probably so C'est la vie are the days of Stage 17. Mickey's Feel Our Magic. Like we're probably going to expect it to go kind of occupy some of that space and maybe a little bit beyond.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say Hollywood Land because we know stuff's going down already at Avengers Campus. It looks like the Hyperion will be gone, and maybe Avatar goes that way. Why not just stick Coco over there too? You know what I mean? All the future projects over there. Uh, it's just hard. It's hard. All I keep hearing, all I'll say, all I keep hearing that Destination D23, the one that's going to be in August in Walt Disney World, we might get some insight on locations. Avatar's going here, Coco's going here. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see when Disneyland rips the Band-Aid off. Uh, at this point, we don't know. It's just that the true answer is we don't know. Do you think that this is going to be a brand new ride? So new show building, new electricity. Do you think they have issues like Tiana's is having in this ride, Danny and Noah? Do you think like Disney's going to go above and beyond somehow maintenance wise? And like not let this fail. You know, we're just gonna go through a ride, a bunch of T posing animatronics. What do you guys think?
I mean, I hope they learned from Tiana. I hope they see kind of like what I mean. Well, it should be a lot easier because I don't. I feel like it's not like I feel like Tiana's a very quick moving ride. You have like water splashing everywhere. If your log's heavier, you know water's gonna go flying, and you know whatever the case may be. Whereas this is almost like a Pirates, where it's very slow. You're not going fast. There's time to kind of really take in everything, and I think that they're going to have to pay that much more attention because they know people are going to be going through it a lot slower than Tiana's, and you can't have moments where things aren't working. And plus, Coco's such an like intricate and very detailed story that they have to deliver on that end in order for it to kind of be what everybody's expecting. And this is like, especially here in SoCal, is a very, very, very big project that people are looking forward to. They've been looking forward to Coco. They've been wanting to see more Coco. They love when the shows are here. They love, when it incorporates like a Hispanic, culture. And so I feel like this is something that everybody wants. Everybody has their eyes on this. So if Disney drops the ball on it, it's not going to be good.
I feel if they drop the ball, it's gonna be very loud, very loud, very loud. Like, what the freak is this, Disney? You know what I mean? Like, y'all did the Coco this dirty.
Exactly.
We waited this long for Coco, and this is what you gave us.
Exactly.
Oh man, yeah. Do you think Disney will perfect animatronic work by Coco ride, Danny?
Um, I want to say like I give credit to Tiana in the sense that, with the exception of Tiana, the Tiana animatronic herself, the one at the very end and the one on the lift hill, um, for the most part, and maybe Mama Odie on the lift hill too. But for the most part, all the other things like in the attraction seem to be working pretty regularly, like okay, and like not having any issues. So maybe it's just like however advanced her movements are that are kind of like that. So they'll have to, you know. But if we're going the route of like Tangled in Japan, since people keep comparing that ride to this one,
Yeah.
that ride doesn't really have animatronics. It has like it has one really good one that's very small up in the tower outside on the ride, and then the rest of the animatronics are like more like static figures with like really limited movement. But it's enough to like paint a story. So maybe that's all they need. Is like they're relying more on the grandiose scene of seeing the lantern festival and all the lanterns around you and the boat with Flynn and Rapunzel in the middle, and they're like they don't really need to be like these crazy animatronics because like you're more focused on that, and their movement isn't like as crazy. So that's my thought, is like maybe they're doing that. Like we see a big emphasis on the environment of the afterlife in Coco, and so maybe that's more of like the wow moment, and they don't really need to focus on the animatronics.
So you're saying it's more about like the environments and Coco ride that'll wow us.
Yeah.
Because with Tiana, they were really heavily like the animatronics are gonna be the thing. We're bringing Tiana animatronic Princess Tiana coming. She's just frozen. It's frozen in time. Johnny dropping a super chat. I'm sticking with Coco's going behind the coaster, mainly for easy access to water to World of Color Pixar Pier area. Same with Avatar and Symbolot. Easy access to water. I believe it, dude. It's like I believe everything. I believe everything. I don't want to like argue with that because it could happen. I'm the only one where I'm just like that's where Avatar is going, and like I feel strongly about it is Hollywoodland. Avatar is going to Hollywoodland. But Coco, I have no freaking idea, dude. I'm curious. Like I really asked this question. I'm curious if Imagineering even has a fully completed Coco ride. Like, do they have a model? Do they have the full ride through? Because for all we know, it could have just been a concept art, and they're like, okay, we got to build it now, like we got to make this shit real.
Yeah, like, let's show them this concept art, and then now we got to make a ride that looks like this.
Yeah. Well, let me give you a perfect example. I'll give you a perfect example. Let me see. Hold on. I got the perfect example of this exact thing that we're talking about right here, where they show us concept art, but they ain't got nothing built. They ain't got shit. They ain't got shit built. They ain't got nothing built. They ain't no models. They ain't no money pumped. It's just a picture. It's just a picture. Coco could be that too, for all we know. You never know, dude. What happened to Mary Poppins? Gone. Communicore. The current Disney, who knows how things like get flushed out, how exact to concept art things are. And for another example, even the Avenger Campus ride, the e-ticket, we were going to go to Wakanda and do this like cool Black Panther Quinjet stuff. And where the hell is that? Now we're at King Thanos. Like, what the hell? Who cares about King Thanos? I feel like as soon as I mention King Thanos, like 90% of people just check out. Like, I don't want to hear that.
I've just checked out.
Yeah, that's. Oh man, is Apachaz? I feel like he's been saying this for a minute that Zootopia could be coming to Disneyland Resort. Do you think Zootopia needs to come to Disneyland Resort? I'll start off with Noah because I know Danny's a big fan, but I'm curious to hear from Noah first. What do you think, Noah? Zootopia?
No, I love Zootopia, but I feel like when it comes to Disney parks, we all get the same stuff. Why do we keep getting the same stuff? Like, let's have something here at our park that they don't have anywhere else. Like,
Galaxy's Edge, Mickey and Minnie's, Mickey and Minnie's.
Tiana. It's the same thing over and over and over again. Like, why are we getting Zootopia when we can have something completely different? Like, I bet you in a couple of years, Disney World's gonna say we're getting a Coco ride. Like, it's weird. Like, why don't we all kind of? There's enough IP and movies and stories that we could spread it all around. Have Zootopia somewhere and have Coco exclusive to us. So if people love Coco, they come to visit us for Coco. Or, that can go across like everything. Like a Tiana thing here would be cool, and maybe put a Pocahontas thing there. We don't have that here, but it'll encourage guests who love Pocahontas to go there. It's weird. It's weird that they kind of like just take ideas from themselves and re-implement them in other places. I don't know. That's all I got to say about that.
What do you think, Danny? Zootopia coming over here.
I don't hold a lot of water to that.
Yeah.
I like
it would be
but
the
I don't
third.
necessarily know that it's like it's the same ride system.
That's what I was gonna say. It's the third ride system with that style. Mickey and
I mean,
technically we don't have
it. we don't have it at DCA, so if they
Oh
want to put it
my
at
god,
DCA,
that's what we're gonna go with. It's not a DCA. No, but keep going, Danny. Keep going. My bad. My bad.
no, I was just gonna say we since we don't have that ride version at DCA, so maybe they could put it in DCA, and then we've got 2 of them in Disneyland, and then 1 of them at DCA.
Damn.
Oh,
I could see Disney do that though. Like we don't have that ride system over there. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, so we got to put it over there. It's a good ride system. I'm not complaining. It's high capacity. It's good for storytelling because it moves you in so many different directions.
It's not nauseating. That's
Yeah,
important.
yeah. It doesn't revolve around 3D either. You know, for that aspect. You know, if Zootopia comes, I'm cool with it. I don't care for the movie. But I don't know. I just hope like cool restaurants come, cool merch, cool snacks. You know, I'm kind of more on that end. But yeah, Zootopia.
They're so much better. They're so much better. I mean, I love Zootopia, but we can do better. We can do better.
I just keep hoping we get Moana before anybody. That's what I hope.
I would love Moana. Moana would be cool. Or even like, we keep pushing these Lion King movies and Mufasa movies, and we don't got anything. Lion King, like, where's our like Lion King ride?
Nothing.
We don't have that. No, we don't have. Imagine like you're going on the ride and it starts with the opening song and like, you know, the sunrise, and then the whole room just comes to life. Like, that would be so cool. I don't understand why we don't have something that like we keep pushing all these like movies and, you know, all these things, and then it's just like, well, the movie failed, so let's not, you know, do whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me.
Dude, imagine the ride, like it starts and you just hear this, you know, one of these.
I mean, they're gonna have that in Paris.
That is true. Paris is getting that.
Dude, as soon as you
What's
hear
crazy,
that,
though-
you already
what's
know
crazy,
you're about to
though,
have
is,
the best time of your damn life on that ride.
Dude, what's crazy though, Mondo, is that they're gonna have a ride like Tiana's and Splash Mountain at Paris, but it's gonna be themed to Lion King. And the crazy part is Paris gets snow. They have like a whole ass winter season. So like, what are they gonna do with the ride during that time?
There's gonna be steam rising. There's gonna be warm water.
I posted that on Twitter, and a lot of people say that people are exaggerating about the snow. They're exaggerating. But I don't know. I don't live in Paris. I don't know the weather over there. This is for sure going to be the best Splash Mountain that ever existed at Disney. The coolest animatronics, 2025 technology, the biggest budgets,
Built from the ground up.
Built from the ground. It's just going to be a
probably
dirty
not
ride.
gonna soak you.
Yeah. Oh, this ride is going to be good, dude. And talk about another concept art. This dumbass concept art right here. It's not even the live action. It's animated. They confirmed that. It's going to be the animated version, not this right here. Did you guys watch Lion King? What was the new movie called? Mufasa?
No, Mufasa, no.
Damn.
Did you see it, Mondo?
I saw it, dude. It was rough. Like,
Mondo fell asleep.
These are my thoughts on Mufasa. If there was no singing, it could have been a great movie. And if there was no singing and more time would have got pumped into Rafiki, it would have been an incredible movie. It's just the singing really takes you away of like what was happening. It didn't add to the storytelling, at least for me. It took away from the storytelling because when they started singing, it was rough, dude. I don't know if there's like Lin Miranda having a miss. I feel like Lion King was that. It just didn't translate well, at least for me. You know, I don't know. Maybe other people liked it. Like there's this one song in particular called "Bye Bye." Like you just can't believe that that's like real Disney song. Like you're just so shocked. You're so shocked. The one that I feel was surprising music wise was Moana. Moana really like won me over a lot more on the second watch. I saw it in the theater for a second time not that long ago, and I was like, wow, I really enjoyed that a lot more than the first time. Did you guys watch Moana? Moana 2?
Yeah, I did, but I want to watch it again.
Dude, I feel like you'll like it a lot more the second time. A lot more. Uh, let me see. Let me see. Boycott live action Disney. Well, you can't say that because we have Stitch coming, and you know that's $1 billion, dude. Stitch
That
live
movie looks
action.
great.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see
Yeah,
it.
I do too.
Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything you guys want to talk about that I haven't hit yet that has come up?
You hit everything that I was gonna say.
I just want to mention real quick. Noah, did you ever watch Cobra Kai?
Never, but I saw your post about it, and
Dude,
you were like raving about it. So now I kind of want to watch it.
I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning trying to finish season 1. It's so dirty.
That's a big deal for Mondo.
Dude, yesterday I was like, why is this so good? I couldn't help but be like, this show just encapsulates everything you love about Karate Kid, and then it just translates it into like this older version of these characters. It's just so dirty, dude. I don't want to give any spoilers. Anybody that wants to watch Cobra Kai, just do it. You will find yourself like, damn, I'm already on episode 5. Like I gotta
Don't
finish
you have
this.
that sound effect, Mondo? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Do it! Just do it!
Yeah, just do it, man. Just do it. Um, there was something I wanted to talk about. Oh, man, what was it? I'm trying to think. There was something like really on my mind. Um, man, I can't remember. Um, There was a couple things that I did. Oh, are you guys going to Pixar Putt? That was from Jonathan. Noah, did you get a chance to see that?
I did see it. I didn't get tickets. I mean, we did the little thing at D23. It was cute, but I'm not paying money for it. Like it was what it was. Like yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't know.
paying $30. I'm not paying $30, dude.
It's just for me. It's not worth it. It's not worth that. It's cute, sure, but it's not.
That
Yeah,
putt putt
anything that
is
I'm
more
gonna
in like the $8 range. Like it should have been $8.
correct.
That's what I think.
And keep people moving. Like you don't get multiple. You hit the ball once, wherever it goes, you're moving on. Like you don't get a second redo. You don't get a hang out and like what like. That's what they were doing with us at D23. They were like, you're going right there. And when you swing the ball and you get it in the thing, you move on to the next one. Like there's no hanging around, no taking pictures. You don't get to stand around and try to hit it somewhere else that you didn't get to hit. I was like, okay,
They were that serious on you?
serious.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about you, Danny? You doing Pixar Putt? $30?
I would like to, but I don't want to pay for it.
Dude, I don't want to pay
Like,
30. It costs $30 to golf at a real golf course, dude. $30 for Pixar Putt?
yeah,
Goddamn.
I just can't. I'll go over there and like look at it so I can show people in like a video, but I don't. I probably won't be doing it just because it's gonna be. Um, it's a lot right now for like. There's a lot of things coming up. We got at the end of this month we have Food and Wine Festival coming. We're gonna have
Yeah.
mixology seminars. We're gonna have to pay for. Got Sip and Savor passes for that, and then we're gonna have the Fan Fest nights coming up and 90s night after that. Like it's a lot of money to be spending.
And then be ready for HHN Vegas. You got to plan a whole trip down there in the summer.
That's got to be number one priority.
I know. Yeah, I heard they're not going to let people film. Does that encourage you, discourage you? You don't care? How do you guys feel about that?
They'll probably let you film, Mondo.
No, I'm not media. I'm not. It's Florida. It's like Orlando media, dude. I'm not part of that. For whatever reason, Universal Orlando don't want me. So I don't know. I'm gonna go opening day no matter what, if I can film or not film. But I'm still curious to see how it plans out. Exorcist Believer, Texas, Universal Monsters, and Scarecrow The one that I'm the most excited for is Universal Monsters because I'm assuming it's going to be a brand new, stuff we've never seen. That's what I think. That's what I think. How you feeling about it? I'll go with you, Danny. How you feeling about it all? Like, because we're a lot of months in, and in all reality, we're like, it's supposed to be summer. That's what I keep hearing. It's a summer thing.
Uh, yeah, I mean, summer makes the most sense, right? Like debuting just before the Halloween season kicks off so that it gets its own spotlight and it's not mixed in with the rest of HHN. So I think that makes sense, a June or July situation. So because then we got early August kicking off in Orlando and then a little bit later for Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. So I feel like that's a perfect time frame for that.
What about you, Noah? How you feeling?
Yeah. I mean, I've already heard that some people have already gotten invites for previews starting in May, which
Damn.
means that 100% like June, July opening, if they're already going to test in May and have people running through all this stuff. I haven't been over there recently. Last time I was over there, it was like a big dirt pile and they kind of had like an outline of a building. So I don't know what it looks like now. But I'm assuming it has to almost be done if they want to start testing in a couple months.
Yeah. Yeah, they have to be done. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't think it's really. I don't think they're gonna. They're not gonna steer too far from houses that they've built already, because that's what I think happened here. Is they're using these properties because they already built these houses, so
Yeah.
they already have the idea of what they want to put, and they have props, and just now it's gonna be a permanent thing. So I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be hard to do Texas for them. They've done Texas like 7 times.
But they did Texas in the aspect of this goes up for a couple months and it goes away. So we can't permanently build things to look amazing, but we can't also like
Yeah,
slack on it. So like I want to know if like this permanent building is going to have crazy effects. Is it going to have crazy lighting? Is it going to have, things that we don't see at a normal HHN because it's only put up for a couple months? Like is this a more permanent thing? Are there going to be crazy animatronics happening in there? Crazy things happening around the room? Like, I would expect that almost from them because it's permanent. They're not taking it down unless they're planning on taking it down every few months and replacing it with something else, which I don't see that happening, at least at this beginning phase of things when it's brand new to everybody. I don't see them changing things around for at least a year.
yeah. You know what I
Yeah.
was thinking? To take these escape or this horrors unleashed Vegas to another level. If they could add like escape room style of things to go from like one room to the other, and it doesn't have to be like every room has that, but just one or two things throughout the maze that your group has to kind of come together and do something, unlock this or put these pieces together and then to get through. I feel like that kind of tension really would make things like it would up the ante of like, oh damn, I got to do this puzzle while there's werewolf and Frankenstein, and you know what I mean. What do you guys think that's too much, or that's a stupid idea? Where do you guys stand on that?
I was going to say,
I
have
like
you
it.
done any of the escape rooms in Vegas, Mondo? The horror ones?
No,
They have the It ones, they have Blair Witch, and they have Saw.
yeah, because I was gonna
Those
say
feel
you've
very
gone through
much
that.
like, yeah, I've done them. They feel very much like what you're talking about. Like they're not necessarily full escape rooms where you're like stuck in a room for 45 minutes, but it's more like story driven. Like, hey, you do this, you do this, you do this, and as it's happening, you see things, happening. You're being chased by, Pennywise. There's like, and even those escape rooms have like some crazy effects in their room. Like we were like crawling at some points. We were like looking at these crazy like scenes happening. I felt like I was in the movie. There were fireworks inside the building at one point. It was insane. Like, so if they're doing that with escape rooms, I can only imagine what like a Universal budget is going to be doing in Vegas. And
Yeah,
like they're already these people had to have visited these escape rooms and are seeing what they're doing there because these are big attractions for the horror people in Vegas. So they can't be too different than that. Otherwise, people are gonna prefer the escape rooms over the HHN.
Damn, what a weird competition. What do you think, Danny? Escape room-ish horror night mazes.
I like that concept. It's a cool concept, but they got to think about efficiency, and I just don't know that really works with that. So that's the only unfortunate thing. If it was another like kind of add-on experience that you could do separately at like different times, that could be fun. But for the efficiency, I just don't see that it could work. Because I already feel like they're gonna do time slots, right? Like it's not gonna be like you can just go in and just chill there. Like I feel like it's gonna be like time slots that people go in to the Horrors Unleashed building, and you get to like spend some time eating and experiencing stuff, and then like your time's done, and then they like let in the next group kind of thing.
I feel like they already don't they already have that for like the Meow Wolf experience over there? Like, isn't it adding into that whole thing? Like, I think like for Omega Mart, I think you have to select a time frame to even go inside. So I would expect it to be the exact same. You're gonna have to like book a specific time, a specific ticket, and then go based off of that.
Do you, man, these are good questions I want to ask right now. Do you think Horrors Unleashed is more of like, oh, I'm just going to do Universal Monsters in Texas? Or do you have to do all of them? How is that going to play out? You know what I mean? Is it like an entry into everything, or you just buy a couple mazes? Like, how do you think all that's going to play out? Because this is all new. I don't know the answers. I have no clue. I haven't heard anything. But what do you guys think?
I think it's just going to be like a time slot that you can go, and whatever you can experience during that time slot's what you can experience, including dining. And then they'll have a front of the line option so that you can take advantage of the time that you have to maybe be able to experience everything. Because the realities are is you probably won't be able to experience everything if you don't get front of the line, and if you do, you'll be able to do it all. That's kind of like going to be the selling point, I think.
What do you think, Noah? Like,
yeah, I can see that. I feel like almost. I mean, I would prefer. I mean, in past years of Not Scary Farm, I know they've had one maze pump right into the line of the next maze, and then you're like literally getting 2 for 1, kind of like in a thing. I would love to see them do something like that, but realistically, I don't think that's possible. I don't think that there's a big enough space that they can keep a consistent flow of people going through each one of the houses. So I think it's going to be like what Danny said. I think it's going to be like one of those things of like, there's the entrance to this, there's the entrance to this, here's this. Like, where do we go first? What do we do? We only have, 2 hours to hang out in here. Do we want to go grab a drink first? Or do we want to try to hit as many of these houses as possible? I don't know.
That's a weird one, because then it's like, damn, I'm not going to be able to do everything,
Plus, like, you're going to have to look at wait times, like, in the actual
is there going to
place.
be
So not only
like a big queue for something?
Yeah, are you going to have like an hour wait to get in Texas? So it's like, should we do that one and like waste a whole hour in here, or should we? I don't know. I hope that they don't give you a limit on how long you can be in there, but I think that they should time it as to where you can enter in at a specific time. And I think that's how it works for Omega Mart over there, is that you got an entrance time, but you don't have to stay in there a certain amount of time. They won't kick you out. You can stay in as long as you want. You can leave whenever you want, but there's no re-entry kind of deal. It's like you come in at your time, you do what you want, but if you leave, you leave. Like, you got to buy another ticket to come in at another time.
Yeah, because like, are some people just going to come in there and keep doing Texas over and over and over again? Or is it going to, you think they'll go the route of like, you buy your admission, and it's like you're going to get Texas at 11, Universal Monsters at 11:30, Scarecrow at 12, and at 12:30 you get Exorcist Believer. You think it'll roll like that? Like it'll be like that?
No. That'd be the smart way to do it.
Yeah,
that would be the smart way to do it, to have everybody experience everything.
Everybody that comes gets to experience it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like that. I think it's going to be more of like a choose your own thing. Like, here's your time frame to go in, and do what you want. If you want to wait an hour for that, you can wait an hour for that. If you want to grab a drink, you can grab a drink. If you want to do this, you can wait for that. I don't think it's going to be like a timed thing. I think it'll be just kind of like you choose whatever you want to do.
Damn. What about you, Danny? You think they do that? The whole
Yeah,
11:30, 12, or no?
yeah, I think that's true too. Like they'll give you a time slot to go in, and I could see it being like where each thing's timed. And Dodger 4040 in the chat was saying right next door at Area 15, all the experiences there are pay to play, so like it's kind of like an a la carte situation. So maybe that, I don't know, but we'll have to, as we get closer, hopefully they share some more information. It's a brand new thing. Like we don't really know. Like it's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm
going to
saying.
operate the same. So the only thing I hope is that they showed these like zones that are there, like in between the mazes, where like guests are kind of chilling, like at tables having a cocktail and like some food and stuff. I hope that in those areas we might see too like a ceremony almost that happens like every once in a while, where like you can get some sort of cool scary entertainment that happens like periodically outside of the mazes. That'd be fun too.
Damn, I never thought of Scaramony. You're getting crazy, Danny. That would be cool, though. I'm excited. Horrors Unleashed, I think, is going to be very cool. It's just cool that you have this one place that is just doing scary shit all year long. You want to go do something scary? We're gonna go to Horrors Unleashed, and
Yeah.
at the same time you're in Vegas. You know what I mean? How cool is that?
But
We're
now I
definitely going to
pose
have
the
a lot of scare
question.
actors that move there.
That's true. I pose the question to both of you of like, you do this once or twice, a year goes by and you want to do something scary. Are you going back and doing it again? Or do you want them to change things up periodically? Do you want them to be like, Texas Chainsaw's out and we're putting, Blumhouse in? Or, do you see a shift of like mazes, or do you think this is a more permanent thing that's going to be there for like 5 years? You're going to have the same mazes and it's kind of be like, oh, we already did that.
Man, I hope it's not the case, Noah, but I think it's gonna be, because
Yeah.
they're gonna spend a lot of money. And
They
Doing
got to
it.
recoup that money somehow.
it's gonna be a significant investment. They're gonna build a lot of really more permanent stuff, like you were saying. They're probably gonna wait until like demand starts to wane a little bit, and then they'll decide to refresh
Switch
it.
things
And
up.
then, yeah,
For me, this is where I stand. I'm gonna go one time, and that one time I hope to do things twice. Every maze twice, or more times if I can, and then it's gonna have to change for me to come back. Like I'm not gonna come back until it changes. That's how I feel. Because we're kind of spoiled. We got HHN Hollywood, Scary Farm, Fright Fest, Castle Dark. We got a lot of stuff going on over here. So it's like I'm not so inclined of like I gotta go to Vegas to get my haunt fix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like I'm gonna go once, and until they change or one of the big IPs comes there or something, I'm not gonna go back. That's how I feel. What about you guys? What are you gonna go 2-3 times a year?
no, I'll go once, and then maybe I'll go back again. If I'm like we want to do our own scream break, because we're missing haunt. Maybe I'll go back over there.
What about you, Noah? You gonna go
Yeah.
multiple
No,
times?
it depends. I honestly think it depends on the quality of what we get. If it's amazing, like, because take for instance the escape rooms in Vegas. I've done the It escape room. I've done the Saw escape room multiple times, and like I'm thinking about it right now. If we're all over in Vegas doing this at the same time, like we should all do those escape rooms too, because they're so fun. And
Yeah.
so like to me, it's like what keeps drawing me back in there is the cool effects, the cool, you're being chased around by these monsters. There's like these really cool characters. The whole vibe of it like starts in the parking lot. It's just the overall story of the whole thing brings me back. So if this is like that, then it would bring me back. Every time I'm in Vegas, I'd be like, let's go do that. Like, that's so cool. We should go do that again. Let's, book a ticket and go. But if it's not, and if it's just super basic and a walkthrough, and especially a walkthrough we've already seen,
Yeah.
then it's going to kind of be like, oh, we did it. And, good. Like we'll wait till it changes and we'll come back.
Yeah. I think for
But
me,
you know what, Mondo, we were talking about that too. I was telling Mondo, I said it would be cool if they had one or two empty mazes, like nothing's in there. They're just sitting there waiting. And as these ones are operating, they're building in those. And then they can take two down here and open two brand new ones there. And then take everything down in these two over here and rebuild in there while these four are operating, and then kind of switch it out, which is what I'm hoping that they have planned. But I don't know if that's something that they even thought about.
because nobody knows how many mazes could fit in there. At least as far as I know
True.
right now. I'm going to ask that on Twitter right now because, people on Twitter, they know everything. Horrors Unleashed.
You got to ask how many mazes could potentially fit in there, not how many are going to be in there. Because
because if you say that, people are they're just gonna
They're
say
just going to say four.
How many mazes?
Just say, like, is there room for mazes? Or I would ask, is there room for other mazes or building besides the four that we already know will exist in there?
Is it
You gotta
only
ask it
four
right, Mondo.
or more than four? Let's see what people
I don't
say.
know. I don't know if that's the right way to.
Yeah, I was
phrase
gonna
it.
say I don't know if that's the right way to say it.
It's
'Cause people are
10:30.
gonna tell you it's just four.
10:30. I can't think right now.
You've already been streaming for 2 hours.
I know. We're having too much fun. Super chat from Jesse dropping 5. LK ride before drop. Oh,
Lion King ride.
Okay, I was like,
He's saying basically like what he wants is the Lion King ride before the drop to be the life with Mufasa. Just can't wait to be king, and then the drop is Scar with Mufasa and the long live the king moment, and then after the drop it's Simba growing up.
Dude, whatever the hell they do in Lion King, I already know it's going to be the best version of that ride system. It's going to be the best. It's just going to be the best. Lion King has literally God mode soundtrack. And in all reality, Tiana, Princess and the Frog, had God mode soundtrack, but they don't want to use it. They didn't want to use it. All we hope for is they use the music from the movie, the animated version. It'll just be incredible. It'll be incredible. But thank you, Jesse.
It's gonna be some Lin-Manuel Miranda.
No. When I think of Lion King, Lin-Manuel is bye bye. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about.
I think of Elton. I think of Elton John. Like that's Can You Feel the Love Tonight? That's the Lion King. The Elton John songs that were written for the movie is what I think. I don't think Lin-Manuel Miranda for that.
Woo,
Again,
so
Elton John, Circle of Life.
Dude, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Just take a wild guess. What's the price tag on Horrors Unleashed? Price tag.
Zero idea.
How much is it going to cost to get? $125, $150, $200? We are talking Vegas here. Things are kind of expensive out there.
I mean,
I think it's under $100 to do Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. So if it's not under $100, I'm gonna be really shocked because you get 9 mazes.
A good indication of kind of how much you're going to be paying is if you look at the website for Area 15 and you look at everything else that's going on there. You look at Omega Mart. I don't know what their pricing is, but I know it's a bit pricier than like some people would expect.
Vegas is on the pricier side.
But you never know. They might include something with it. You might, have like that. Your ticket's $115, but you get a cocktail with it. That's included.
Like a drink coupon or like a
exactly. So
coupon.
You never really know. Vegas is like tricky like that. They can factor all those things in, or they can make it cheaper and more affordable for people.
To that point, Mondo, I could see it being like a more expensive experience during the haunt season, and then like really cheap if you want to go January, February.
Yes, I could see that. During September, October, it'll be like 50 more bucks. You know what I mean? Whatever it costs before, like in January. Man, it's gonna be really weird to hear people going to a haunt thing in like March or February or April.
But I'd do it.
I'll do it.
Oh
We got
man!
to get Mondo invited somehow.
Damn, Dodger says $300 for Express Unlimited.
I could see that.
Jeez!
I can
I
see
can
that.
see that. And it could come with a drink. I see it. I can already see that
Yeah,
now.
like 2 drink coupons.
Oh,
Yep. And like a photo experience or something. Like I can see it. I can already see that.
yeah. I
That
could
makes
see.
sense.
I could see like you do all the mazes with one meal and a drink, and you know what I mean. They just factor it all.
Something like that. Yeah, an
Yeah.
appetizer and a drink or whatever it may be.
Last thing I want to talk about. Last thing I want to talk about is in an earnings call today. I gotta find it. I don't know where it is at this point, but they said in the Disney earnings call that they want to refine Lightning Lane or multi-lane. What do they even call it these days? Multi-pass Lightning Lane, or what do they call it now? I literally can't think of the name right now. Lightning Lane. We'll go with Lightning Lane. What do you think they meant on the earnings call of we got to refine how Lightning Lane works? I'll let Danny go first because I feel like Danny got a lot of insight on this one.
Um, I think it goes back to what I was saying, right? The experience, in my opinion, was never really thought out. Um, the experience that we have and that Walt Disney World has, for the most part, right? Not the current rides, but some of the older rides. Um, they were the Fast Pass experience was built in the '90s, and it was built with the whole intent to free up time so that people would shop and buy food. That was the whole reason why it was built. That was the president of Disneyland at the time. That was their intention. Um, it was not made to be a pay for experience, which is what it is today. And the perfect example of that, and I'll say it over and over again, is Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones is the biggest waste of a fast pass lightning lane you could ever use in your life, and it doesn't save you any time, basically at all. Maybe 5-10 minutes, if that. You still have to wait in a really long line, so it's not a premium experience. It's not something that I would want to certainly spend $400 on with like the more expensive option. So I think when they say refining, and my idea is they're going to try to make the experience a little bit more premium, in a way that makes it feel more like you're saving time and it's worth it, and not just the same system it was before, just paid.
What about you, Noah? How do we
No, I fully agree.
Lightning Lane?
I agree with Danny. I mean, I've even had people, family and friends, both like that don't go to the parks often, buy that and have told me like I will never do that again. It just wasn't worth it. Like there's no point in doing that again. And I think maybe Disney's kind of like being hit with that. They're seeing people who are coming for second, third, fourth times not buying Lightning Lane again. They're kind of like being hit with like why is this not working out? So I think that they have to just rethink the entire thing. People want, when they buy something like that, especially if they buy something like that, they expect the top tier. They want exactly what they want. I'm purchasing this and I want front of the line. I don't want to purchase this to wait in a shorter line. I want to be immediately, on the ride. If I'm going to buy a skip the line, I want to skip the line. So I don't know what they can be doing to refine it or try to fix it, other than raising the price and literally making it so that people that want to skip the line can skip the line. If they're just going to have to price people out is what they're going to have to do if they want that to work.
For me, I feel like I'm unaffected when it comes down to like pricing us out of Lightning Lane. I don't ever buy it. I don't care. I just
Yeah.
I'm a magic key holder. I just want to do like 3 things and get out of there. Do you care if you get priced out? Like say Lightning Lane, the current Lightning Lanes are like $35. Say it goes up to like $250. Would you be pissed or you just don't even care? How do you feel, Noah?
No, as a key holder, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
that doesn't matter to me. But I know that I have family and friends that would visit and would buy it because they'd be like, that's gonna be like front of the line. Like I want to be in the front of the line. Like I'm doing that. I'm not waiting for all of this. I want to try to make the most of my time. To me, it wouldn't matter, but to people who actually want to do everything and want to experience everything and not have to wait too much, I can see them paying a lot more out of pocket for something like that. I think now it's kind of like right in that sweet spot where, like, you know, it's almost like
locals
definitely
will buy
gonna get
it.
the
Yeah.
it's definitely getting the guests that are out of state. And there's some key holders that are like, yeah, I'll pay for that every once in a while. I'll do that every once in a while. They need to like eliminate the key holders completely. Where like none of us are going to be buying that. And then they have to really focus in on those people who want that premium experience, who want to jump the line, who want to be quote unquote special for the day.
What do you think, Danny? You get
Yeah,
priced
I
out,
agree.
you're cool with it?
I won't ever use it. Yeah, I don't have a need to be, because if they're not going to change it and make it worth it, there's and we're going to just continue to have like the Indiana Jones experience. I wouldn't pay for that.
Honestly, even Pirates of the Caribbean, it has a long ass lightning lane queue. I'm like, the regular line looks like the lightning lane line. Like they're both bad.
I want them to bring back Fast Pass for a short period of time and just see how that would play out in today's Disneyland. Give everybody a time to go back to that ride. You only get from this time to do it, and see how the flow happens with that. I want to know like how that would work, and just eliminate the, you know, lightning lane kind of aspect permanently. Like when there's a certain amount of times and tickets that are given out for a certain time, like if that's it, you're not getting it. You're not paying an individual one to jump in front of that. Like it's just everybody has that fair and equal.
Yeah.
I just want to know how that would work out today. And I want it to go back to like physically having to go there, get your time, and then, you know, whatever. I think on the phone, it's a lot easier for people to just be like, oh yeah, we'll get there eventually. So let's just book that now. I want it to be like,
or think about it too. The amount of lightning lanes that get booked every day that just go unused. Because
probably.
I don't want to do Star Tours anymore. It's just unused.
Probably.
Yeah, that happens so much. Because that happened to me when I've used lightning lane. I'm like, man, I don't want to do. I don't want to go back to Mission Breakout right now. I'm at Disneyland. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like when people had to take their ticket, go to the ride, you know, and scan your fast pass, get your ticket. I feel like it kind of like locked you in. Like, all right, I'm doing Buzz Lightyear, even though it's not
like
my
you had that choice. You had to walk there, put your ticket in, and take your ticket out. Like there was no like, yeah, maybe if we get over there, we'll do that ride. It was like, no, we're doing this one because we already walked here.
Yeah,
like, this is the ride we're choosing. This is where we're coming back in an hour.
I feel like the physical fast pass, it like committed people more to the ride. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of like you book it through your phone and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it. I don't know. Oh man, I have to bring this up because it came out of nowhere. I just want to bring it up. We don't have to talk about it very much, but I follow this account called X-Men Updates, and check out this. Rumored casting for Marvel Studios X-Men film. Sadie Sink is going to be Jean Grey. Harris Dickinson, Scott Summers, Julie Butters, Kitty Pryde. And they put the pictures of who they could possibly be. I don't know any validity to this. I have no freaking clue. But my first reaction, that is not freaking Cyclops right there. This dude needs to be buffer. Like, I don't know. Or maybe that guy's like 6'4" for all I know. It's just when I think of Cyclops, I think of like Captain America almost. You know, it's like some huge dude. But yeah, I guess I don't know how this will all play out. I just want a like a comic accurate looking X-Men. That's what I want.
I don't even do X-Men, but I will tell you right now that Cyclops was selling me.
Yeah. Oh man, this ain't Cyclops, dude. That ain't Cyclops.
I don't even know what Cyclops is, but you know.
Maybe this is a bad picture of him. You know, who is this guy? Harris Dickinson.
I know that middle chick is from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she played Max.
Max.
Let me see. It's this dude right here. 28. He's 6'2", so he's pretty tall. He was in Baby Girl. Oh, he was in Iron.
Oh, he's the main actress from Baby. God, now it's all connecting.
Was Baby Girl
It's all
good?
connecting.
You saw Baby Girl?
I did. I think Coco would like it more than you, Mondo. It's like the modern day, like 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh wow! I saw a trailer.
It's like very.
Yeah, I saw a trailer.
Yeah,
I saw a trailer.
You wouldn't vibe with it. You don't got to see Baby Girl. You don't have to see Baby Girl.
Oh man!
You stick with X-Men.
Let's fire it down. Closing thoughts on everything, Noah. Just closing thoughts.
I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts. I'm excited to see the future of everything. I'm hoping that we get construction at our Disneyland a lot sooner than later. I'm excited to hopefully see these people talk about Epic Universe. I'm excited to hear what they have to say about that. We have stuff coming up. Peanuts celebration is coming up. I think we're all going to that. So I'm excited to see, the current stuff that's also happening, because it's always exciting talking about the future, but it's cool living in the current stuff that's going on. And I'm hoping we get horror announcements soon, as weird as that sounds. Like, I'm hoping we get at least news from Vegas very soon. Like, I want an update with that, and I want, Midsummer Scream stuff to start slowly coming out. Like, we're creeping up on, like, the summer horror activities, and there's a lot to be laid out in that genre of things. I'm not necessarily saying, like, house announcements, but definitely things to get us excited for those future house announcements and panels and stuff like that. But that's it.
All right. Closing thoughts, Danny.
Yeah, I too am looking forward to anything HHN related. Like, I want the first specation map, not the one that we have, but then like the one that like we kind of
2025 version.
I want to know like what that's looking like too. But I'm also really excited too on the horizon just for upcoming events. Food and Wine Festival starting at the end of February this time. That's just right around the corner. And then we've got Fan Fest nights and 90s night just right after that. So I'm looking forward to a whole lot of stuff on the horizon. So I'm ready for it.
Food and Wine getting zero hype, like nothing.
Because they haven't.
I feel like Lunar
yet,
New Year did
too. They will.
Lunar New Year,
Lunar
no
New
hype.
Year got no hype either. To me, that's how I feel. But I don't know. I mean, Food and Wine always seems to get a lot more attention because they do like other things outside of like just like the food festival. Like Danny said, like the mixology stuff and presentations and things like that. I feel like so they kind of gain a lot more, but I would love to see all that with Lunar New Year too. I would love to do something like that for Lunar New Year's, kind of change things up a little bit.
When is it's the 28th. The 28th of February.
23 days.
Right here, yeah. Damn.
That's crazy.
Well, to me that says they got to drop a foodie guide soon. Why wouldn't they? We're already on the 5th.
Yeah, we're like almost 20 days out.
Yeah, because they like dropping stuff like, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks before. Man, Food and Wine. For me, Food and Wine has a relevancy of about 3 days, and then it's just irrelevant.
Until Danny posts a cocktail class, and then I'm back in it. And then I'm like, dang, I should have done that. And then I'm like, I'll do it next year, and then I never do it next year. So this year I'm doing it.
Well, I'll tell you right now, for me...
This is what happens to Mondo every single time. He's always like, oh, that's really cool. We need to do that again. And then last year, he's like, let me do it, and then it sells out, and he's like, oh man, I'll do it next year. And then this year they sold out again, and he just always like wants to do it and then never does it.
Dude,
That's literally me.
for food and wine, I'm probably gonna do it like 2 times max. My time's gonna be spent at FanFest because I bought the fandom pass, so I'm gonna be at FanFest like as much as I can. Uh, I don't know, food and wine, just it's whatevs. I could only do so much of it. I do feel like Lunar New Year hit hard though. I really enjoyed Lunar New Year this year.
I
Uh,
did too,
did,
especially the food.
did you have like a top one or a top two things, Noah, from Lunar New Year?
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't do any Lunar New Year this year, but
Um,
that's on me. That was like not at Disney at all. That was just me switching up my whole lifestyle, and so
yeah.
I didn't do any of that. But I am gonna do food and wine.
All right. All right. Yeah. Um, the one that I do want to say, my closing thoughts, is Peanut Celebration doing a tasting tab? I don't think they are. What's
And they're
that?
not doing a Charlie Brown Day either.
And not even a Charlie Brown Day. We're only
Uh,
celebrating the peanuts.
we're gonna celebrate 75 years of the Peanuts, but not give you a Charlie Brown Day.
And for the most part, Charlie Brown Day don't cost nobody nothing. They put everybody in a group. Some dude goes on a
Take a
ladder
picture.
and takes a picture. You could do that with your phone. That picture could literally be
Correct.
done on the phone. That's
Correct.
wild. That's why. And most of the time they give you a button. I feel like
It's out of the budget this year.
they can
It's
make
out of the
like
budget this
they
year.
can make like 300 buttons for like I don't know less than $300 probably. Like I really feel they could
hundred
do,
percent.
but somehow that's just not. We don't want to do that. I'm shocked, dude. I'm shocked. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just sad. That's the only thing I can say. Our Knott's Adventure, womp womp.
Exactly. Exactly.
But I'm excited. Peanut Celebration right around the corner. I want to try the food, meet the characters, see the new show, the band at night, and at the same time, just hang out at Knott's. I'm ready to be back in Knott's. Last I've only gone once so far this year. It's going to be nice to be back and just be in the Knott's environment. All I hope for, hopefully, no mosquitoes. I feel like this is mosquito time for some reason. So no no mosquitoes at Knott's. But thank you, Noah. Thank you, Danny. Incredible live stream. Thank you for watching today. We are firing it down. Love y'all.